And we should be live. Let me go ahead and check. Says we're live, but are we live? That would be a yes. Awesome. Alright, hello everyone. Ace here. Welcome to the live stream. I'm joined today with returning guest Nathan X2000.
Thank you once again for having me.
Thank you for being on. And once again, we are back with some more High Republic. This one actually even got an age rating. It's rated T for teen, apparently.
Oh.
So we will see how that goes exactly. And on that subject, let's see who exactly was involved in making this latest issue. Actually, first we'll read the what this says here at the top. The High Republic, The Hunted, Chapter 2, Back to the Light. Jedi Keeve, Trennis, and her reluctant companion Lorna D have found Keeve's former master Skier, but the Trandoshan is not the Jedi he was. Are you sure about that? Considering...
Pressing X very heavily right now.
Huh?
Pressing X very heavily right now.
Yeah. Considering one of the very first things we learned about him was that he hacked a dude to pieces in blind rage, I'm not sure that's that his behavior so far has been out of character, but what do I know? Anyways. Barely able to control himself and attacking everyone in his path. Again, that's in character at this point. But as Keeve and Lorna discover, Skier is protecting something or someone. Meanwhile, the rest of Keeve's party is assaulted by a child of the storm, able to manifest their deepest fears. Attacked by a nameless Gunra Monshi, only survives thanks to the intervention of a mysterious stranger who claims to be their only hope of getting off the planet alive. An aged Sephi known as Tay Sarek, who we met in... I'm going to call it Season 2 or Phase 2, but yeah, we met him there. Which is set a few hundred years before this, or 100, so it's set before this by a fair amount, is the thing to keep in mind. Aura says, remember children, we only follow the good guys in this universe. Good guys TM. Yeah! Alright, so we've got Cavan Scott as the writer, and there was much rejoicing. Jim Toei and Laura Braga as artists. Let's see how many people actually, real quick, worked or had to read the script of this comic. So we've got the writer, we've got Ariana Mayer, the letterer, we've got 4 editors in this area here. So the assistant editor, senior editor, and editor-in-chief. So that's 6 right there. Then we got from Lucas...
How many editors you need for one fucking project? I can imagine editor and senior editor. But like, oh, editor, senior editor, assistant editor. Isn't assistant editor just also an editor?
Mm-hmm.
And an editor-in-chief. Fucking hell.
So that's 6 people. Then we have for Lucasfilm, another senior editor, another associate editor. So that's 7 and 8 right there. And if you want to include the Lucasfilm story group, you've got Matt Martin, so 9, Pablo Hidalgo, 10, and Emily Shukukani, which is 11. So 11 people were involved or had to read the script in one way or another of this comic.
Wow, 11 people. Surely there must be no mistakes in this comic, and surely it must be the pinnacle of Star Wars writing. If it took 11 people.
Mm-hmm. Kendo Sorn, within the Nihil Occlusion Zone. We appreciate you identifying yourself, stranger, but it doesn't explain why you are here.
What the fuck? Is that a man or a woman?
According to the actual comic, these characters are they, them.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, I'll do an androgynous voice then. Oh, why? You have an ancient Sith artifact in your possession.
Yeah, that would actually cause some suspicion among... Wait. He has the glove. The glove that turns people to the dark side.
So the meme of like that dude with the fucking ostrich in the background, like what do you have there? Oh, nothing, a lightsaber.
Alright, Gruddy Gaming says, hi, I started streaming for the first time. Well, I hope it went well. Rose says, it is a they, but not because they get offended. In a more serious note, 2 minds in 1 body. Yeah, well, 1 mind in 2 bodies kind of would also be appropriate, although...
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It does, but it doesn't, because these 2 characters hate each other, even though they're identical twins that share the same mind.
Hey, the same mind can hate itself. Have you ever heard of depression?
Yeah?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Aura says, oh hey, look, the Sith artifact that makes you motherfuckingly insane. Yes. Yes, the Discount Infinity Gauntlet. Keep in mind this is a Marvel comic, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, he even kind of does the whole milkshake meme here because he says, this old thing? It's a tool, nothing more. One I mastered a long time ago. And we're not strangers now that you know who I am. Go on, why not return the favor and tell old Tesseract your names? Okay. Imagine walking up to someone, random person in the street, telling them, my name is such and such. Now we're not strangers.
Let alone if that stranger is wielding a heavily powerful Sith artifact. You wouldn't just randomly tell them your name, would you? Like, I think it's best if you didn't know my name.
That, and how the hell do you safely master a Sith artifact without it turning you to the dark side?
Yeah, I don't think it's very Sith-like if you were to do something safely with an artifact.
I know. Grady says, yeah, it went well. That's good to hear. Ura says, the High Republic is a perfect allegory for SJW's modern bullshit. They are all insane, offended, and hate each other and themselves. I mean, you're not wrong. The statistics do point that out. All I'm going to say there. All you need to know, Darksider, is that we are Jedi, and we demand you. Disarm myself? Well, I'd rather not, since we have a mind-altering child of the storm running around. But considering that you're both still affected by the nameless effect, the nameless I killed, in case you'd forgotten, it's probably better we play nice. Wait, is that... That is a lightsaber. The weapon of the Jedi. Yes, and something you really don't want to take off me. Alright, I think this is your character.
Yeah, yep. It doesn't belong to you.
No, it belonged to someone important to me. Someone who helped me the way I'm trying to help you. You would have liked him, the stubborn old Drydak. He never knew when to give up either. Alright, you want to voice whoever's... You want to voice yeah.
I think it's a female. So, we're agreed then.
The Convocation Building, Jeddah, a long time ago. With all due respect, Chair Tadara, I haven't agreed to anything. Not 1 year since the Battle of Jeddah, and our city is burning again. I love how keep in mind, for those who don't know, this is supposed to be Space Jerusalem.
Oh shit, we back here.
Yes.
Yes.
Space Jerusalem is on fire again. Oh no.
That's very well timed that you picked this comic case.
I'm not the one that wrote Space Jerusalem into the plot of Star Wars. You can thank Kevin Scott for that.
What's that? The Sith have sent over 100 cruiser ships? What do you mean Coruscant's closed down its airspace?
An unaffiliated force adept is terrorizing the Wayfarer Quarter, setting homes and businesses ablaze. As the convocation of the force, it is our duty to shut this down before it sparks more conflict, before someone gets hurt.
And we will, Representative Sirac. Lady Seren has agreed to investigate the perpetrator of these atrocities.
And when was the last time our esteemed Falanasi delegate ventured south of the temple? The people don't trust her, Killan. They don't know her. Well, all she has to do is just tell them her name, and then they're now no longer strangers.
Yes. Who's voicing Lady Mambazo down there?
I guess I can voice it.
Okay.
But they know you, I suppose. Well, actually, yes, they do. I've lived among them for years, Serene. First as a guardian of the wills, and then as a
thief. That is what you were going to say, wasn't it? A thief with a tenuous link to the Force, who'd be powerless to defend himself or others if confronted by a Naldi freewielder capable of manipulating fire.
That's a former thief, Warren, and member of this council with more experience of life on the streets than any of you. A member on this council who actually cares enough to...
Yeah.
You can voice this guy.
Representative Val is right. Tay, Serene is the correct choice, not you.
Vilder, I...
So, we are decided. Thank you, Representative Mac. This meeting is adjourned. Tay.
Sorry, didn't hear you, Jedi Mac. The meeting is adjourned. Nothing more to discuss.
Oh, what a fucking petty bastard. Fucking...
What a wimpy little bitch.
Yeah. Sorry, didn't you hear, Jedi Mag? The meeting's adjourned. Nothing more to discuss. Now I can see why you give him a douchebag voice. Oh, he's such a prick. When I said what I said.
What, Vil? You spoke your mind? Told everyone what you really think of me? You gave me a position on this council. You said I was here to speak for the people. But actually doing something? That's too much, I suppose. Especially for someone with such a tenuous connection to the Force. I should have left with Maddie. At least she had my back. At least she trusted me.
He walks as well with that pouty ass fucking face, like, I'm right, you're wrong. Gee, oh my bellend. Tay. Tay seems more agitated than usual, Vildar. Problems at home? I think we can't handle Keelan.
Are they living together now or something?
God, if I was living with that purple prick, Jesus Christ, I'd shove that lightsaber through my cranium. Imagine just fucking trying to agree with him on anything, and he just walks away pouting like a fucking teenager.
Yeah. Uru says Kevin Scott's poorly disguised fetish. To head, Aura says, stranger danger. Aura says, everything in the High Republic is stranger danger, sister. Siege says, moo, and then Aura says, Siege appears. Siege loses neurons again. Siege laughs.
The sound I think he makes as he pouts away. You move.
Alright. I think that's one more line from you.
Nothing that hasn't been said 1,000 times before.
The Temple of the Kyber.
Do you want me to voice the monk, dude?
Yeah, go ahead.
Representative Sirac, can I help? This is the,
Restricted area. I know, Archivist. I'm here on official convocation business. This has been cleared by Captain Weiss. You can check with him if you're still concerned.
I think I must. Protocol, you understand?
Of course, I can understand completely. And I'm sorry. Back! Just punch it. So sorry.
I hate this. I hate this dude.
I gave him the perfect voice.
You ace that voice. No, fucking ace that voice. God damn.
The Wayfarer Quarter. Naomi Namoe Khan says you haven't paid.
My business has nothing to do with the Syndicate. Zervo, these icons are sacred. They've been sold by my family for generations.
I like how, by the way, how this backstory is all going on while they're actively being hunted by someone that can use their fears against them.
Priorities.
Yeah, and wouldn't it be awful if all that history went up in flames?
Please, Zervo, you can't do this.
I won't have to, if you pay.
Never. I won't be intimidated by you. The Circle of Kavan will protect me.
Your gods are made of wood, Mikilani, and wood burns.
Ah!
As will you if you do not pay. Extinguish your flame, Naldi, or have it doused by the white current.
The fuck is it with Wakanda forever? Did the African bitches turn up?
Well. The convocation steps out of their ivory tower, gracing us with their presence. It's always the same with you people, isn't it? Always your way or the hyper way. But there is another way, milady. Milady, seriously?
I don't see a fedora he can tip on his head.
One you can neither control nor contain. And one that burns free. Click. Whoosh. Wait! Don't do this! Don't hurt him! And there you are. The real you. It's sad, really. All that power, and you wasted on some smoke and mirrors. But you know what they say. Where there's smoke... You're a murderer! And you're an embarrassment. The Force doesn't belong to an elite Felanasi. It belongs to all who can bend it to their will. Power for the powerful! Ah! Whoosh.
Why is it that every single shitty comic they write, I love the villain more.
I know, it's one of those things.
Yeah, he's so cool. Like the whole line of like waste it on smoke and mirrors, but you know what they say, where's the smoke, and then he manipulates fight. Like, ooh, that is good. That's good writing. I like that.
Actual
That's
good
cool.
writing. Maybe this is all part of Kevin Scott's plan. Maybe he's secretly a genius and he's trying to make us associate more with the villains.
Ah, he's playing the long game. Well, I mean, I'd respect it if they didn't have to fucking shoehorn the whole goddamn Black Panther squad that I mentioned before. Fucking, we're powerful African-coded fucking women, but in the end, they only proved to be so fucking ineffective.
I mean, he just set them on fire, so...
Yeah, but look at that panel. They stand there. They stand there and don't even do anything. Like, they're too busy monologuing to the villain as somebody who they're trying to protect is getting burnt in the background.
Ironically,
standing there looking at him.
This is becoming a hilarious critique of modern progressivism in a nutshell. Just a bunch of whinging, uppity morons monologuing while everything that they're trying to monologue about just fails spectacularly.
Yeah.
And then it backfires on them. Emphasis on the fire.
See what you did there.
Theodora says, oh my god, is that Black Panther? Oh, wait. Siege is laughing. Aura says, because these people make evil people look actually like good people. It's like we are in Has-Been or Helluva. Siege says, exactly, save the guy before talking. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Siege.
Ah! Says the flea bag doing the mob's dirty work. Now that's embarrassing. Okay, but the last time, this corrupted him.
Well, maybe he doesn't have any opposition because the way he's been acting like a moody-ass teenager, maybe he's just misunderstood.
You wouldn't know real power if it smacked you in the face. Which, incidentally, it just did. Thank you very much. Cyric, the hand of Cyberus, what have you done? Something, which is more than what can be said for you. While
Amen.
You stood there and let a dude get engulfed in flames in order to virtue signal.
Amen. Although I would like to say that for as much shit as I give this character, that panel of him, like, wielding the gauntlet with that crazed face with no pupils, that picture actually kind of goes hard. I've got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, I will give him credit for that. The writing is still bullshit on that because...
Oh, yeah, dude.
What you should have allowed me to do in the first place, Serene. What I've always done. Crackle. Cleaned house for those who can't do it themselves. For the weak and the downtrodden. For those we let down because we just don't care. Oh, that is actually a good burn. Because there they were virtue signaling about how they were going to help the dude while they just, in practice, let him get engulfed in flames.
The person who was talking shit about... Yeah, well, then again, I can still talk shit about the character because technically this is the influence of the Gauntlet over him.
Yeah.
You know what? Gauntlet, the best character in the story is the Gauntlet.
The best... I hate that this is correct, though. Ura says the dialogue is cringe distilled. And he says to Ura, oh, right, damn, I forgot, strike a pose and shout. Alright, speaking of... Yarr!
No, Tay, you've done it for yourself.
This has nothing to do with you, Vildar. Crackle.
Of course it has. Shwip. And it's about you, isn't it? The hand is dangerous, Tay. It should be in the Kyber archive under lock and key. You know that. Take it off. Take it off. Shook. Is he...
The Freewielder will live, as will Imli. But the convocation will have to be told about this, Vildar.
Oh, they will, Serene.
Oh yes, how dare this dude save the day?
Yeah.
To be fair, if he hadn't have stepped in, then these virtue signaling bitches would have just ended up like Groot, like Luke's aunt and uncle. Which would have been an improvement to the city of Jeddah as a whole.
Pretty much.
Alright, you got one more line.
Even if I have to tell them myself.
Okay, so how often do you see candles very much in Star Wars?
Not a lot, now that I think about it.
I
Like
know
it-
that might seem like a nitpick, but this seems so out of place for Star Wars, considering. Even for
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like that thing when people point out, like, you know, like how many times do you remember, like, having your mobile phone in your dreams? I don't think about it unless you actually sit down and actually think about it. Yeah, I don't really recall candles. But then again, different worlds, different resources, different shit. That's fine. Candles are fine. Although the fact that he's got that many candles set up right next to each other is a bit fucking excessive, especially when they're right next to curtains.
Yeah. Also, keep in mind, this is still the holy city of Jeddah, a pilgrimage site. You know, a site where you would expect there to be a lot of resources.
Yeah. So why the fuck is he using candles?
Exactly!
Although, then again, I can't complain because I've got lighting in my house, but I still use candles because it's nice and dim. Dim lighting, it's mood. Atmospheric.
Alright. Let's carry on. So, what's the verdict? Am I off the council?
Do you think you should be?
I'm sorry, Phil. Truly I am. I've tried to be like you all, but I'm not. And I know I shouldn't have taken the gauntlet from the vault. But you heard Warren. Once a thief, always a thief. I just can't help myself.
Fuck off!
You!
Oh my god! Once a thief, always a fucking such a pouty ass teenager. Jesus Christ!
I can't help it. I lack agency, says this idiot here.
Oh my god! Wait! What the fuck?
What? Next page? I was joking about it earlier.
Hey, Ace, why did you prophesize the gay? You manifested it, the gay. The warp heard your thoughts and manifested gay onto your screen.
We have discovered the heresy.
Because if they're in space Jerusalem, thank fuck they're doing this behind closed doors.
What would the space Palestinians think?
The space Arab police.
Keep in mind, we already saw them running around with hijabs. The Space Palestine. Space Palestine is 100% canon to this comic.
I know, like, I think it was like me that like did the stream with you when we first coined the term Space Jerusalem. I've seen it.
Okay, I'm curious if the chat is still going, or if I lost, or if...
No, it's fine. It's still active for me.
Okay, so apparently it was hiding some of the most recent stuff. All right, let's see what we've got here. Okay, so it actually left quite a few things here. So I'm going to go ahead and read these real quick.
Yeah, it's fine.
So Siege says, this reminds me of Jon Snow shouting at the undead dragon like a complete idiot as it moves to cook him alive. Theodore says, the art is pretty nice in this one, better than the last comic you and Urus. Yeah. Urus says, the influence of the gauntlet, so again, the Sith and the evil guys are the good ones in the High Republic. Siege says, love the love glove. Urus, amusing considering what we're seeing here. Urus says, so you tell shit to the guy that just did something to help and save people. You know what? Fuck it. I want to join the Sith. Siege has elaborate setup. Urus says to Theodore, the last comic was murder to the eyes, assassination for the mind, and something I wouldn't send to the worst person in the planet to use as toilet paper. Siege upvotes that. Theodore says, yep. Siege is laughing. Theodore says, the gay. Urus says, of course they are gay. There is no straight person in this fucking continuity. You know what? Fine. Everyone is gay. I hope the universe fucking dies. Urus says, okay, now I'm interested. Keep going. Siege is laughing. Urus says, sister, what? The gay is not worth the cringe. Theodore is laughing. Nathan says, Theodore sees the gay, wants to keep it going. Typical. And Theodore says, what can I say? And Siege says, we need a Star Crusade. Deus Vult. And some more laughing.
Yeah, a few things about Theodora. She has an affinity for gay media, let's just say that.
So she can answer the question, what does yaoi mean, is what you're telling me.
Oh, I fucking love that you use that word. No one will get that joke apart from Tehe and Uro, so that'll be funny to watch.
All right.
Okay, keep going. You don't have to help yourself. You have me for that. I can help you as you helped me. You do get that, don't you?
But the hand of Cyberus, the dark side, I thought I'd gone too far this time.
There's no such thing, Tay. Whatever you've done, however far you think you've fallen, there's always a way back. Fuck it, I'll do this one. But none of that explains why you have a lightsaber and why you still have the glove.
Have you not been listening, Vil? He taught me what to do, how to control the hand, to use it for good. You'd be dead without it, remember? Fuck you! No!
Yeah, fuck.
Okay, so apparently it's now in the canon that Jedi will just use Sith artifacts if they're really careful about it.
Yeah.
What?
It's a bit of bullshit. It's a bit of bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Theodore says, God damn it, I hate you, Nathan. Siege says, this is a perfect example of it. Nathan says, I love you too. Or says, Nathan, keep going. By the way, do you remember that our bearded man is a Jedi and shouldn't be having a significant other, no matter if gay or not? As always, no one gives a Yeah, that too. We'll also leave aside the natural conflict of interest that would come from two members of this highly esteemed convocation, or whatever the hell, are banging each other. Or it says, speaking of lore, you do not use Sith artifacts in the dark side without being corrupted and getting screwed. But again, no one gives a shit about the Sith. 11 fucking people read this. Yes! I know! Alright, let's see. You and your friend. It's his heart. The strain is too much. He just needs to rest. Yeah, that's it, little fella. Sleep now. Sleep. I like to think in the back of my head that this dude is now dead.
Yeah. He just killed him.
Oh yeah!
Well-
He can stop people's hearts. That's probably what he just did here. But it keeps him alive for some reason. What have you done to him? Given him a fighting chance. Alright, so do you want to voice the blob here?
It's true. Gunral is still with us.
And he'll stay that way if you listen to me, because Hatar is still out there biding her time. Why she hasn't struck right now while I was giving you this massive monologue is a big mystery, but that's not here nor there.
Yes, the rules of comic books don't interrupt the villain when he's monologuing.
The children of the storm.
Got it in one, and if I know her, which unfortunately I do, things are about to get a lot worse, especially now we've killed her pet. I bet he knows her because he told her his name once.
Yes. They are no longer strangers.
Those things we saw, the Dringier, the Nameless. Daggers of the mind, your greatest fears turned against you. Hatar is a Falanasi just like Serene. Force rest her soul, or at least she used to be. The children of the storm start off strong in the Force. Falanasi Lantu, maybe even Jedi. Stars help us all. But they're changed, experimented upon by the Nahil's Minister of Advancement, an Ithurian scientist called Baron Bulan. That's why I'm here.
Oh, stop this, Baron.
No. To stop him from kidnapping more victims? Kiev and Skier. Kiev, is he? He's fine.
On, bitch.
Yeah, you can voice her.
Have you told him that?
Not now, Lerna.
Scare the bastard as well.
Yeah, go ahead and voice Skier.
Who is this?
A friend. Fellas, tell this nice Trandoshan I'm a friend.
We're still not 100% sure who Kay is, or whether we can trust him. But he did save us. He saved Gunral. I am so sorry, my friend. I didn't know who you were. I was only trying to protect the infant.
Infant? And what infant are we talking about, people? That's a good question. Where is she, Lerna?
Yes, because I'm a nursemaid now.
You can come out now. You're safe. These are stars. Help me. Our friends. That is legitimately straight up hijab.
Space, like I said, space Palestinian.
Yeah, but fucking hijab, burqa, whichever one it is. There.
Should one of us inform her that the Tay guy is gay?
I don't know, she might pull out a really large fucking scimitar from her back and start yodeling there. There. That's better. No need to hide.
Alright, let's see some of the comments here. Siege says, it's amazingly bad. Or says, you know, Ace, I'm happy you just read one of these a week. Imagine trying to read all of High Republic like you'd do a good comic, aka for as long as you could. We would die in one day. Siege says, yes, talk longer. More text, more. Or says, talk, text, and all that is good when the story and characters are good. Do you know what we are missing in this comic? The good part. Siege says, wait, didn't one of those ladies take a lightsaber to the back or something? My memory is fuzzy on all of this. And Ur says, look, the space Muslim child. The perspective is really weird, says Siege. Theodore's laughing, and Ur says, she will climb a tree and throw the guy down for lack of building. Siege says, is that a dwarf? The Nameless is dead. It can't hurt. Whoosh. To be continued. What if it turns out the space Palestinian was actually the child of the storm that was hunting them all along?
Maybe the real child of the storm were the Palestinian women we made along the way.
Maybe she noticed he had they them or this character had they them pronouns.
Yeah, she checked the bio.
Or says the child, as leftists say, is evil. Later, born. So he says, yeah, that's probably it. Kevin Scott seems to have some really interesting takes when it comes to Space Jerusalem and what should be done with regarding Space Palestinians.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that the child then immediately targets the they-them character. Like, her eyes widen up, and it kind of feels like in character she would say, by the power of Allah, I will smite you. Be gone, kuffar.
So, yeah, that was the end of that issue of the comic. Thoughts, Nathan?
So, apart from one really badass drawn panel and the dialogue from that lion villain thing, I don't know, between the space Palestinian child and the random gay kiss jump scare that was thrust upon us with no prior warning, I'm gonna give this one a Kevin Scott out of 10.
I will say this. I'd say that Daniel Jose Older still has trumped Kevin Scott in terms of shittiness. Including the gay... Because, let's be honest, the gay kiss scene for Daniel Jose Older was way worse than the Kevin Scott one. But, yeah, this is still pretty bad. The worst part is that there were actually a few moments that were actually, if you took them individually, were not bad. Like, again, the one villain that you talked about, the lion dude villain.
Yeah.
He actually worked.
Yeah. Individually, you are absolutely right. There are moments in which they can be looked upon fondly, whether it's for artistic reasons or whether it's for the dialogue. But put together, it's just several pieces of fresh lettuce amongst a giant shit sandwich.
The worst part is that, yeah, This seems to be Kevin Scott improving his craft or legitimately becoming better, because at least there are some moments that aren't completely irredeemable. But then you get other stuff that is such complete bullshit, it also drags it down even further somehow.
Yeah.
So it kind of evens out.
Yeah, that's why I use the example of several pieces of fresh watery lettuce in a shit sandwich. Because the lettuce doesn't mean anything if 95% of the other sandwich is shit. And I don't mean shit as in it tastes bad. I mean shit as in it is literal fecal matter of a sandwich. You don't care about the lettuce then.
Siege says, "Free Palestine," quoting it, Bilbo Muhammad. This is what the Shire will look like in 2035, according to experts, and it's beautiful. Theodora says, "A Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare." Or it says, "I await the death of this alternate universe. It will be satisfying." Yes. Siege says, "Individually sure, some of its parts no." Yeah, the sum of its parts do not work. Theodore says, so gross. So yeah, is this comic the worst of Kevin Scott's catalog? No.
No, yeah, no.
It still manages to be one of his better comics. But that's still a fucking low bar, and it is still terrible.
From the river to the sea, the nameless will be free. I just love the context of Space Jerusalem, like the fact that like you can apply so many modern day sort of references that are coming out of like to just this comic. It's
the
beautiful.
thing is, keep in mind, Kevin Scott is one of the people that thinks everything is political, so that is deliberate. But I don't think it's going the way he wants it to go.
No, I don't think it. Hang on a minute. Let me just look something up real quick.
What?
Fuck. Kevin Scott on Instagram by any chance?
You know, I don't know. Let's see if he has a Twitter account.
I'm gonna yeah, it says comic writer.
Does it have the cursed runes that typically have a slash in between them?
He/him, they/them.
Something like that?
No, his pronouns are he/him, they/them in the fucking Instagram profile that he's got. It is official Instagram page. I was trying to find him because I thought it would be like I wanted to see if he had like a fucking Palestinian flag in there, but because then that would make a lot of sense. Oh no.
Palestinian child sees a group of Jedi, immediately targets the non-binary one. What did Kevin Scott mean by this?
By this? Well, I mean, typically, like in that regard, he's made a villain that would go after him because in his own fucking bio, it's he/him, they/them.
Mm. Siege says, "Handy gardening tip, not all shit is made equally. Some will help your garden, some might kill it, depends on the source."
That is true.
Or it says, "This shit will kill a star, the source in this case, the pattern holds." So yeah, that was the Abomination. That was the 6th issue of the High Republic. yet another example of the growing list of reasons why everything is political does not fucking work.
Fucking forced at this point.
That's exactly
Well-
what it is.
Well, no, not at this point. It's been forced for a long time, I should correct.
Yeah, keep in mind, these are the same kinds of people that'll argue that Tetris was secretly Soviet propaganda.
Jeez, yeah, I fucking heard that. Although, Disney stock prices are still falling, so I take relishment in that.
And now, so are GWs.
Oh, I don't remember. Yeah. I'm guessing you heard about all that this morning.
Oh yeah, I did.
I'm holding off because there are still few outcomes where it might have been an accident or it could have been something outside of GW's control.
Maybe
just
GW can backpedal and say, oh, that was just a typo. When we said she, we meant he.
Well, yeah, like, if they meant he, or maybe the author went a little bit rogue or some shit, you know, it wasn't quality checked, it might have been a translation issue, I don't know. But I'm, like, it's kind of like a chance 1.5 situation, where I will be very generous with the benefit of the doubt, but if they come out and say, no, we actively meant she, I'm, fuck him. Fuck him for that.
Yep. Well, I think we're at a good point to go ahead and call the stream. We've been at it for just under an hour, basically.
Damn.
So, yeah, this has been Ace.
This has been Nathan X2000. Thank you again for having me on.
Thank you again for being on, and we both hope to see you all again soon. Until then, take care. Ace out.